Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are back. Today we are going to be using, and I came up with this look, using makeup that I love, but I never reach for. I hope you enjoy it. Tell me what you love that you don't reach for, and let's make up. Hi everyone. Okay, so we are going to be working with products that I love, but for some reason I don't reach for very much. And there's no particular reason, I just don't reach for them as much. I guess we're just so focused on new releases and we're so focused on what's coming out that we forget that we may have all of those things that are out there coming out new, that we may already have them. And so it's not that we don't love these products anymore, or at least it's not that I don't love these products anymore, or that I have just, I don't know. It's just that I have neglected them. So let's get started. We're gonna start with the Almay Smart Shade Primer. This primer is supposed to be color correcting. See how it's got the green? Let me see if I can focus it. It's got the green and the peach just kind of mixed in. And I don't really reach for this primer. Not that I don't like it, it's just that I don't really need a whole lot of color correcting, but it is hydrating. It's not supposed to be hydrating. It's not like it's marketed that way, but I like it. I really do like it. It's hydrating and I've used some of it. There is one also that is like brightening, and I gave that one to my sister. I stopped using that one. I don't know why I did. I think it's because I have other ones that I do like better than the brightening one from Almay. But this one, it's not life-changing, but I like it. The other one that I really have not used very much, that I don't reach for very much, is this number 50. It is called the Serum Collagen Veil Anti-Aging Primer by It Cosmetics. And the sole reason that I don't reach for this one is because it's $48. And I really have just tried to to just not use it up as fast because it is $48. I bought that one at a 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta, but it is so hydrating. It is so good. I know I'm doing overkill by putting two primers on, but these are the two primers that I really like, but I don't reach for it very much. I have a video on hydrating primers. I can link it up here, and I mentioned this one, and I think that if it goes on sale again at the 21 Days of Beauty, I think I will get it, because I don't want to pay $48 for it. I mean, it's a little bottle, but it's wonderful. It is a wonderful, wonderful primer. I love it. It's got anti-aging properties. It's got lipid-rich oils, vitamins, extras. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. It has got lipid-rich oils, vitamins, extracts, and botanicals. There it is. I know how to read English sometimes. Okay, so the foundation. Let's move on to foundation. I'm actually going to try and use also tools that I don't reach for very much. I have, like I'm sure many of you, many tools, brushes, sponges, and things like that, but I reach for the same ones over and over. So today I am going to be using the sponge from Ulta. This is really affordable. It's like maybe $4 or $5. It's really, really affordable, and it is comparable to the L'Oreal one that I really, really love. I have a video on sponges. I can link it up here. And this one was one of my favorites. So let's go for that. And for foundation, I am going to be using two foundations that I do not reach for very much. One is a demi matte. This is Peach Perfect by Too Faced. I'm sure everybody has seen this by now. Oh, it's not focusing. There it is. And I use it in light beige. And then I'm going to be using the Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. And I use this one in, I believe, medium tan. And I mix these two because the Peach Perfect one is a little bit too matte. It does not transfer. This is a really, really good foundation. I love the packaging. It doesn't transfer, it dries down. It's not one that you necessarily have to powder, but for me, it's just a little bit too matte. And by the end of the day, it's just looking not good. It's looking cakey and not good. So I go ahead and mix it with this one, just a tad. I just mix a drop of that one, and they work wonderful together. I do get full coverage from this mix. love those foundations mixed together. They give me full coverage, but not cakey, heavy, full coverage. It's just a kind of like satin, almost dewy coverage. And this sponge I really like. It doesn't really soak up a whole lot of your product, so it's a really good sponge. Okay, moving on to concealer, and I'm going to be doing a mix of high-end and drugstore because that's the things I don't reach for very much, and they're a mix. So for concealer, I'll be right back. Okay, so for concealer, I am going to be doing Shape Tape. Oh, I never know how to say this name. It is the Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte. And you might be saying, what? I just used that not too long ago. I'm going to link a video here that I did on makeup that just feels good putting on. I think that's the one I used it on. I'm not sure. But I love this concealer, but I do not reach for it very much. It is super full coverage, like you all know. I mean, this concealer is super famous. And notice that I just use the tiniest bit just to in the center of my face and under my eyes. This foundation actually covered a lot of my under eye, so I'm just gonna blend this in. Okay, and that is really all you need with this concealer. I know a lot of people do like the triangle and they do a whole lot of concealer. For me, that would be a little bit too much, actually be a lot bit too much. It would get cakey, and this concealer, just by putting that amount and just concealing my under eye, it does not move and it does not crease. This is, I mean, of course, every concealer creases, like they get into your little wrinkles and crevices and things like that, but it doesn't just, some concealers, when you put it on, they just go and they crinkle right away, and they just crease and wrinkle right away. This one does not, and it's really just a beautiful concealer, but I need to use a very small amount of it. I don't reach for it very much. I don't know why. I think it's because I have other concealers. I'm not reaching for it very much, but I think I will go ahead and reach for that one. Okay, for setting the face, I set every foundation, almost every foundation. I don't set that Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I have a video on that. I can link it up here. But for setting the face, I'm usually using pressed powders. I like compact powders. I'm using the Flower Beauty one, or I'm using the e.l.f. one. I really love those. And I hardly ever reach for my Laura Mercier powder. This is a staple. Everybody knows about this powder. This powder just tends to be a little bit drying on me. Not too much, not horribly dry. I'm gonna put a little bit on the cap, on the lid. So I put about that much. And then also it's because loose powders are a little messy, and I don't like to make a mess. Like, see how it flies all the way, you know, all over the place. But I really do like this powder. Okay, so for my under eye, I usually don't use the Laura Mercier powder for my under eye because I do think it's a little bit too drying, and because of my dry under eye, it's just not gonna be a good thing. So I am going to reach for my Coty Airspun. This is a really good powder. Again, it's a powder that everybody knows about. It's been around forever and a day. And this powder does not dry my under eye, and I really love it. I just take it on my sponge. It's damp, but it's not wet, and I just dab it. I don't bake because I do have, again, dry under eye. So I just press it in with my damp sponge, and it doesn't dry out my under eye, and it sets them really beautifully. I am gonna take my e.l.f. concealer brush and just tap a little bit of that and reach in this area that is hard to reach with the sponge. Okay, and that is the under eye. Okay, so next, I am going to be doing brows next. This is exactly how I do my makeup. You guys know if you've seen my videos. I'm going to be using the NYX, this is the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil, and I use this in Espresso. I really love this pencil. I have been reaching for my e.l.f. one so much. I have been reaching for this one. I have it like on top shelf, and I just have been neglecting this one. This is a dupe for the, this is a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Definer, which I am also not reaching for very much because I have so many pencils They don't have the same shape. Like on the tip, the Anastasia one is more triangular, and the next one is more. Let me see if I can have this focusing. Let me see if I can focus. Okay, so the Anastasia one has a more triangular shape, and the NYX one has a more flat shape on the tip, but they do the job pretty much the same. So I am really, really in love with this pencil. I just don't reach for it that much. And those are the brows done. I really love this pencil because I have like more, like I have hairy eyebrows, and it's just really easy. Boom, 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 you do it, that's it. You know, I have sparse eyebrows right here, so I just fill them in and I'm done. Maybe if you have thinner brows, this may not work. Maybe you need a thinner pencil, but for me, this pencil works so well, and I do need to reach for it more often. For brow gel, I think I'm just gonna be using my Essence one. I don't have one that I am not reaching for. I only really have 2 brow gels. I have the Essence one and the L'Oreal Brow Stylist or Styler. I think it's Brow Stylist, which they have discontinued, and I am highly bummed. But the Essence one works just fine. It is $2.99. Yes, I never say go get it now, but this is something that if you use brow gel, you should go get, because it's $2.99 and it is so good. Okay, so let's move on to the face, and I'm gonna move on to bronzer, blush, and highlight. Okay, so I have the Bronze Booster by Physicians Formula. This is one that was recommended by a channel that is no longer on YouTube. Her name was Michelle, and her channel was Ready Set Glamour. I really loved her. She was one of the first YouTubers that I started watching. I think I watched Jaclyn Hill, and then she was the second or third one that I watched consistently. And when she closed her channel, I was really bummed. She had over 500,000 subscribers, and I don't know what happened. She decided that, you know, she was done with YouTube, and it's not, her channel doesn't exist anymore. But I heard about this from her the first time. This is a really good bronzer. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. It is just like the perfect bronzer. I also love the NYC Smooth Skin bronzing face powder. I have Hit Pan and I have 2 backups. However, I'm not going to use this one because this one is not available anymore. I actually found it when I went to Puerto Rico, and I bought 2 backups. I found it there. I went to Puerto Rico 3 years ago and found it at Walgreens, and this is very inexpensive. I don't know if you can still find it at Amazon, I don't know, somewhere online, but I know that it's not in stores anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Bronze Booster because this one is available. It's a little bit more expensive, I think, because Physicians Formula is kind of, you know, in the high price range of drugstore, but it is so pretty. I really do need to be reaching for this bronzer more often. I don't know why I don't reach for it that often. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. I think it would be good for like when you don't want to contour, but you want that effect of contouring. I think this bronzer it blends well, it's not patchy. I really don't know why I don't reach for it more often. I reach a lot for the Morphe, the little one, the mini one. I am reaching a lot for this bronzer. It's called Debutante by Morphe, and I guess that's why I'm not reaching for that other one. I also reach a lot for my Physicians Formula butter bronzer, and you know, I don't know. But that bronzer is worth it. It's so pretty, look, just really pretty. Okay, for blush, I am going to be reaching into my Makeup Revolution palettes. I have the one in Hot Spice and the one in Sugar and Spice. I am very bad, just horrible at reaching for face palettes. I usually don't buy face palettes because I don't reach for them. I don't know why. I guess I have too many choices. I don't know. This palette is so pretty. I have used it quite a bit. This color looks kind of scary, but it doesn't go like that scary. I mean, it's just a pretty pink. And these highlighters, even though they seem a little bit dry, when they go on the face, they go on really pretty. And everything else, they're just really pretty, really pigmented. Makeup Revolution has really good blushes and products. These are more neutral than these. Let me see if I can put them like without making a mess here. Okay, so This one is more pink, mauve, and this one is more neutral, kind of like peachy tones. And they are both really pretty. I just don't reach for them. So I am going to, I need to reach for them. So I am going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use Hot Spice, I think. Today, I'm going to use Hot Spice. Let me see. Okay, so today I am going to use Sugar and Spice. I have this little like sequins that are pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna dip into that one. I know it looks kind of scary, but I think I'm gonna dip into that one and go for it. And that is all you need. I mean, I was hardly dipping into that and I was tapping my brush off. I usually have a towel here and I tap off my brush on the towel, but it's on the floor. I dropped it. I'm gonna go pick it up in a minute. But that's all you need. Like if you go too ham on these, and maybe that's why I don't reach for them very much, because I mean, if you go just the tiniest bit, you know, just too hard-handed, and you have to go really light-handed with those, because you can get clown cheeks in a hurry. So that is all you need. These are really, really good if you want like pigmented blushes. They are very good to have. Okay, so for highlighter, I have to think about this for just a minute, but I am going to choose the Wet n Wild highlighting powder, the Mega Glow powders. I have 3 of them. I have the one in Crown of my Canopy. This one is a little bit too dark for me, and that is why I'm not reaching for it very much. It's just, you know, when I put it on top of my cheeks, it just looks a little bit too dark, so it would be a good blush topper. And I have it in Precious Metals. This one I have used quite a bit. The one in Precious Metals is very, very pretty, like a champagne color. And then I have Blossom Glow. This one is my favorite. Blossom Glow, let me see if I can do a swatch, is my favorite of the 3. It's like a pinky, it's like a pink iridescent, just really, really beautiful. So I think I'm gonna be using that one. I thought I had another one, maybe not. Anyway, I'm crazy. I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use my Milani highlighting brush. This highlighting brush, I don't reach for it very much, but it is the dupe for the Anastasia A23, I believe is the one for Anastasia, the highlighting brush from Anastasia. This is just really pretty. I mean, you can really intensify it if you wet your brush, but if not, it's just a really pretty glow. And with that blush, just meshes nicely. Very pretty. I really like that highlighter. I really need to reach for these more. I think I'm gonna end up either donating this one or giving it away, maybe using it as a blush topper because it's too dark. But these blushes are like $3, maybe $4, $5, less than $5, and they are very, very, very good. Okay, so moving on to, this is the time, I don't know why this is creasing. Okay, so this is the part of my makeup where I just want everything to come together. I want everything to melt together, and before I do my eyes, I just want to finish my face and spray my face and have it all, you know, kind of sit and have time to sink in. So I am going to be using my MAC Prep and Prime. This is better known as MAC Fix Plus. I hardly ever use it. I think it's because I have other sprays. This is kind of expensive. This is like a staple for everybody. I don't see a whole lot of people using MAC Fix Plus anymore. Sorry, I have something in my eye. But I really like it. I like how it smells. And the Morphe one, the one with that has the continuous spray, let me get it. This one, I think they're very similar. I mean, of course, let me see if this focuses. Of course, the Fix Plus is not a continuous spray, but they smell very similar and they do a similar job. So if you want a more affordable alternative, I think the Morphe one is $15. It's still a little bit up there in price, but it's good. I think this one is like $26 or something like that. I go ahead and I push it in a little bit with my sponge, just to get whatever excess and to really have that set the makeup. Okay, so for eyes, I am going to use my Soft Glam palette. This palette I really like, but I usually don't reach for it. I don't know why, because it's so, so good. I had the Modern Renaissance and I ended up selling that one on Mercari because I don't know, the colors weren't appealing to me. The berries were really nice and everything, but I just never reached for it. And I thought, well, I don't want it to get, you know, to go bad and just, I'm not reaching for it. So I just sold it. The brushes that come with these palettes are really good. And this color scheme I actually like a lot better than I did the Modern Renaissance. If this one had come out before the Modern Renaissance, I would have bought this one and not the other one. So I really love this color scheme and I have used it. I just don't reach for it very much, and I'm telling you, I don't know why. I think it's just, I just need to put it top shelf. I just need to and use it. So I am going to go ahead, I'm going to do a simple look, try to do a simple look. I'm going to start with this color named Tempera, and I am going to be using my all over brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to start at my brow bone and just, what I do like about these, I prime my eyes actually with my Essence primer. It's really good. $2.99. Go get it. It's nice. Anyways, what I do like about these eyeshadows, the Anastasia eyeshadows, is that they actually almost blend themselves. Really, really, seriously, they do almost blend themselves. They can be a little bit hard to work with because they are very pigmented, very pigmented, very pigmented. So they can be a little bit hard. Okay, what am I doing? I am doing the brow bone up to like the crease. I am not going into the lid because I want that primer to be a little bit tacky for the shimmer that I'm gonna be putting on my lid, because I sort of have a look in mind. So I'm trying to buff this in because this is like super bright. Look at that. Okay, so I am gonna be taking, I need to be using brushes that I don't use often. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay, I'm gonna be taking my Sephora number 10, and this is a really, really good blending brush. I love it. I think it's sold online only. It's actually not that expensive. And I'm gonna start here with Burnt Orange. I'm gonna start with that color right here, Burnt Orange, and I'm going to put that all over my crease. Okay, I switched brushes here for a minute. I'm using my BH Cosmetics blending brush because this brush, even though it's really good, is tapered. See, it has a point, and I don't want it to be that precise. I want it to be like all over. And also this eye is more hooded than this eye. It's just not symmetrical. It's been like that my whole life. Like when I'm normal, like see how this hood just falls more than this one, and so I need to go up a little bit with this one and do a little bit of a different technique than I do with this one. This one I can just go all over the place, all over the crease, not be precise, I can't talk, and just go all over and not worry about it. But with my other eye, my right eye, is not locked out. Okay, now that I have that base down, I am going to take a brush that I don't use often. I'm gonna take my It Cosmetics. This is the blending brush. I've had it for such a long time. It is rubbed off. I don't know, but it is the blending brush by It Cosmetics. And I'm gonna go ahead, oops, if I don't drop it. I'm gonna go ahead and take that sienna color. It's so pretty. It's like a terracotta brown with red undertone. So pretty. And I'm gonna take that. See how pigmented this is? I'm just like literally doing this. And then I have a towel here and I'm just tapping it on my towel, and then I'm gonna go in because they're very pigmented and you don't want like bam. And I'm gonna go right into my crease again just to deepen that. I wanna go just a tiny bit lower so that I don't cover the burnt orange color that I just put down. I am just flicking it out a little bit like this so that I create a more elongated, so your eye looks more elongated. I'm just gonna flick it out a little bit. I'm not going right into my outer corner. See how I'm leaving it? Because I'm gonna do something there. I am going lower on the crease, but not into the inner corner as much as I can. And I'm flicking it out just so that I can elongate my eye a little bit more. And then going into the crease with whatever is left, spreading that in. Then I'm gonna go back with my blending brush and I'm gonna take burnt orange again. I'm gonna go right on top so that I, intensify any color that I blended away with the sienna color. I'm gonna go like this. Okay, and now I'm gonna take a dual fiber brush, and I'm gonna take my Sonia Kashuk dual fiber brush. I think dual fiber brushes are so good. This is not focusing. Give me a second. All right. I think dual fiber brushes are so good, especially for me. Oh my stars in heaven, everything flew out. Okay, especially for me because I'm gonna go into that noir color, and black eyeshadow and me, I don't know, we get along, but especially these that are so pigmented. Okay, I'm gonna take it on my brush, and then I'm gonna tap it on my towel, and I'm gonna start right on the outer corner. See how I'm like putting my brush sort of like in an upward motion like this? And I'm gonna go, because I don't want to go up into the crease. I want this to stay out in the inner corner, right on the inner corner. So I'm gonna just wiggle my brush back and forth. I'm gonna wiggle it back and forth. I have a dual fiber brush, and look how intense that is. And then I'm gonna flick it out a little bit, and I'm gonna keep wiggling. And then with whatever is left, I'm gonna go into maybe a third into the eye. Not all the way, and I don't wanna go maybe the middle of the eye, halfway. I'm gonna take my IT Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to blend that. Going back into my Sonia Kashuk, I'm just gonna wiggle and see how that looks. All right, let me go ahead and do the other eye. I'm also flicking this just a tiny bit out. I don't want, of course I don't want to smear it out, but I'm flicking it just to follow that elongating motion that I wanted to give it. And also because when you're using dual fiber, see how it looks more intense here than it does in the outer corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a smaller brush, a brush like this. This is the e.l.f. contouring brush, like eye contouring brush. And I'm just gonna stamp a little bit of black right there, wiggle my brush so that it looks even. So it looks even, okay. There. Going back to my Sonia Kashuk double fiber brush, I'm just gonna blend that out. Okay, and I'm gonna take my IT Cosmetics brush with no product. Just whatever is left from that sienna color, I'm gonna go right above that and try to buff out the hard edges right there. Now I do want a little bit of more precision, so I'm gonna go with my Sephora number 10 because it has that tapered tip, not top tip. And I'm gonna go back with that burnt orange and just go above that. And then I'm gonna take, again, my all over Real Techniques brush on that tempera color. I'm just gonna tap on there. This is that really bright color, and I'm gonna go into the brow bone just to intensify what I have blended away and to erase any mistakes that I may have made. Okay, there it is. All right, now I am going to take this color called Glistening right here. It's so pretty. It's like a goldy champagne. It's not a yellow champagne. It's not a yellow gold. It's a gold, but it's more champagne color. I'm gonna take it on my finger, and I'm just gonna put it on my lid. This is why I left my lid a little bit tacky. I didn't really set my primer because I want that shimmer to stand out. Not that these shimmers need any help. Okay, I'm gonna take my Morphe M167, and I'm gonna tap into the glistening color, and I'm gonna go into the inner corner because my finger didn't reach enough. So there it is. Okay, and I have that. Okay, so because I have the eyelid is so bright, I'm gonna go ahead and take just any brush. I'm gonna take my detailer brush from Real Techniques. I'm gonna go into Tempera. It's the same color I put on the brow bone, and I'm just gonna put it in my inner corner. I just want to brighten, but I don't want any more shimmer. So that color is matte. There. I'm gonna take this little brush right here and I'm just gonna buff it up so that it doesn't look harsh. Okay, and those are the eyes. I really love this palette. I really do love it. I think it blends itself. You can get like really dramatic looks. You can get neutral looks. I am dropping all of the brushes. What is wrong with me? Anyways, this palette is very good. I really need to put it top shelf and use it more. I really do need to use that palette more. I put it away, but it's so beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner and mascara off camera, but this eyeliner I use all the time, so this is not something that I don't use. But this mascara, the Voluminous by L'Oreal, oh my gosh, I just kind of found it again in my drawer and I'm gonna use it and you'll see when I come back. Okay, so I am back with eyeliner and mascara. That mascara is so beautiful. I don't know if you can see, but you see to the side, but that mascara just, I mean, your lashes go for days. Okay, so those are the eyes. I think I will definitely be reaching more for that eyeshadow palette. Of course, it's of Glam and all the products that I have been mentioning in this video. Okay, for lips, I am going to use something that I'm not reaching for liquid lipsticks as much as I used to. But this lipstick, I haven't reached for it in a long time and I really love it. It's the NYX Slip Tease. It's a liquid lipstick, but it doesn't dry down super matte where it dries down, but it doesn't like suck the living daylights out of your lips. It really just stays for a long time. And you don't feel that it's drying out your lips to like no end. This one is called I Woke Up Like This, and it is such a pretty color. It goes with everything. I really like the applicator. It's like this flat doe foot applicator, but the tip is really good to get like right on there. Like this side of my lip is, I need to overline it more than this side. They're not even. And this applicator just does the job well, you know, when I have precision and don't go crazy. So, love that lipstick. On top, I'm just gonna be putting the e.l.f. Alyssa Ashley collaboration in Nude Rose. I just really love this this lip gloss. It's something that I am reaching for. So this is my completed look with makeup that I love, but I don't reach for. Thank you so much for watching.